Hi, Gemini. Baby, nature is loud. The music is loud. It's it's loud. First of all, if you're a Gemini sun, happy birthday, happy solar return. God bless you. May your cup overfloweth. Okay. But your energy for June, we have a lot to break down. We have a lot to get into. It's going to be light, but at the same time, it's going to be heavy. Okay. I feel like my body temperature just heated up. Yeah, 44 seconds. I want to start by burning the sage, cleansing the energy. No matter when you're watching this, if this is in the month of May or if this is in June. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Um, it's a reset, okay? Or even if this is fucking December 2025, 6, 111. Yeah, no matter when you watch this, it's a reset, okay? Even though it's monthly, it really is timeless depending on where we are in our journeys. Okay. But what is today? Today is Wednesday. Happy Mercury. Woo! Today is Wednesday. Happy Mercury Day. The first time I said it's Wednesday, the sage like sizzled. And you are ruled by Mercury. So this is a 9-year. You are the number 6 in the major arcana, right? The lovers. And that's heavily tied into your June. Not necessarily focusing on love per se. Self-love, yes. But you are also, it's like you're igniting an energy for the collective. And the reason why is because you are the 6th energy. We're in a 9-year. To have the cohesiveness, the yin and the yang, you need the flip side of it, which to flip a 9 would be a 6. Okay, but again, what we discussed, like, it's gonna be light, but it's gonna be heavy. There's a lot to uncover. I don't know which is louder, the music, me, or nature. Hi. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna dance my pain away. Somebody got some problems. I'm not claiming that energy, but somebody got something going on. All right, let's pray. God, divine source, angels, ancestors, guides, universe, thank you for allowing me to guide Gemini on their June 2025 monthly reading or whenever they are called to watch this. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as the month unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Thank you for divine protection. Gratitude, Ashe. Okay. I have a lot of places to start. Spirit, please, I hope I don't forget anything. I didn't write anything down. Okay. So you are twin energy, right? When it comes to health and wealth, no, I'm not a doctor, but when it comes to health and wealth, there's this huge focus on crown chakra protection, like left brain, right brain. But whether you believe in the power of prayer or not, or you believe in healing hands, no matter what your belief system is, whether you meditate, whether you pray over yourself, whatever the case is, there's this need to use both of your hands to, like, place both of your hands on your crown chakra when you're praying. You know, some of you can do this as, you know, wearing headscarves and things of that nature. You can do that if you're called, but more so use your hands touching your crown as a form of protection. I hear will do you very, very well in June and throughout the rest of the year. Also, in addition to like that 2 energy, left brain, right brain, the organs that carry 2. So we have 2 lungs, the kidneys, the small intestine, large intestine. We have 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 arms, 2 legs. So anything that has to do with 2, and usually when we focus on the number 2, we're talking about duality, but yet I'm focusing on parts of our bodies that work together and not against each other. So we always hear where the mind, body, and soul, no, mind, body, and heart, sorry. Am I saying that right? Hold on, do I have it right? Mind and heart shall always be one. But what's the third one? Is it whatever the fucking third one is? I don't know. I'm completely drawing a blank to it right now. But whatever that is, like, instead of working against it needs to, heavy energy on it needs to be leveled, okay? Now, I do feel like when it comes to just your energy and that Mercury energy, Mercury is heavily communicating. It feels like the energy itself feels restricted. It feels very restricted, but I don't think this is a reality. Like, there's this need, like, you are, no matter what you're experiencing right now, I prefer to say experiencing versus going through, but with whatever you're experiencing right now, no matter how unprotected you feel, you are always protected, whether you choose to acknowledge that or not. Now, a lot of times when we're feeling unprotected, it's because we're extremely stubborn. We're refusing to get the lesson, the point. We're refusing to step outside of ourselves to see the bigger picture. And the more that we resist that energy, it's kind of like the more, honestly, the more life becomes harder for ourselves. Like, it's a true fact. There's always a loophole. And when we are rejected or a door is closed and we're not prepared, a lot of times it's closed when we feel that we're unprepared because our ego wants a cycle to play out a certain way, but our ego is not aligned with our highest self, with the divine, with the overall North Node soul plan type of energy. So when we resist, divine intervention persists, okay? But again, it feels like you're restricted, but it's not. But this restriction energy is tied into your fears. And a lot of you, like, I'm seeing the Eight of Swords in my mind's eye as far as the representation of the restriction. And that's eight energies. So 8 represents cycles, a loop. But sometimes we have to create the breaking point. Okay, we're in the age of Aquarius. If you are unable to find the breaking point for yourself, you create that shit for yourself. We have the power to. And I do feel like where we feel powerless, that's where our power is being tested more. And that's why you hear the saying, we create from the darkness, we create from the void. Because once you get tired of that darkness, it's like, honey, I need a way out. So let me tap into what I got going on within to manifest and create that way out. And it may take some time, just like any fucking major fucking invention that has happened, but eventually it was invented, I do feel like it feels like June, it's a month of pressure, but it's definitely pressure that you can handle. But I do feel like when it comes to enemies, you are your biggest enemy. If you take accountability, you are definitely your worst critic, okay? Before anyone else. But when it comes to just maneuvering through this lesson of life here on the earth while we have it, you really have more power than you realize. And until you truly see that, acknowledge it, as well as embody it, then it's like you will be forever fighting. And I feel like you're at the point in life where you're tired of fighting. You just want freedom. And if you're paying attention to the outside world, it looks like you're going to forever have to fight. But don't judge a book by its cover, meaning don't judge your outcome by how your situations look right now. And whatever fears are presenting themselves, you should watch the Scorpio reading, dispel them, okay? When the energy shows up, dispel them. I'll reshare it for you to tap in. But that's like dispel, okay? Okay. And you don't have to do nothing crazy. Now, I'm going to leave that alone for now. Okay, let's get into the cards. Finally, 9 minutes later, 9:33. Okay. You're very tempted to go back towards the past and regard something. Like, well, Sagittarius is your opposite. What did I just say? Sagittarius is your opposite. And with that temperance energy, like, it's like you're dipping your toe, then you're like, nah, I'm good. And then you dip your toe in it, so it's like you're entertaining the idea, then it's like you take it out, like, nah, I'm good. I don't know. You're in this energy of, Aaliyah, back and forth, back, forth and forth. But I just want to see what is, first I'm going to ask your energy throughout June, and then I really want to see, there's a lot of haze, a lot of fog, but I just want to see what's happening behind the scenes, and then we'll build from there. Hi y'all. Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. Happy Mercury Day. I don't want to, hold on, I'm going to use this big ass deck over here. That Sagittarius gave it to me. So if you have like boxes of keepsakes, like for instance, I have a box of like every fucking birthday card, Christmas card I've ever gotten. I'm sentimental like that, okay? However, I don't have the shit from the exes. I did get rid of that shit, okay? Yeah. But I don't know. There's a need to go through the boxes, okay? But we're gonna use this deck that's bigger than my hands. To get the theme. And the energy that we were speaking on at the beginning, I do feel like this is your energy throughout the rest of spring. Yes, in June, we shift into summer solstice. But I'm not going to touch on summer solstice in this because I'm going to do a separate reading for summer solstice. Okay, goddamn. Oh, you were at the bottom. Stuck, baby. Stuck. Gemini, the lovers, okay? Hold on, what's that song? Doesn't Trey Songz got a song about the middle? Hold on. We're about to look it up. Some of y'all like to have sex in the mirror. Y'all are nasty. No kid should be listening to me, okay? Boundaries. Okay. You could be, if you have children, there could be an issue with boundaries. I mean, summer is starting. You know, I feel like children are a reflection of the patience you do or don't have. And 90, I'll give some grace, because I was about to say 99.9. I'll give some grace and say 95% of the time, y'all don't have no patience. And shout out to the 5% that does, okay? Y'all are rare. Okay, y'all are like the 144 fucking thousand out here. No disrespect, but it's very difficult to have patience in this world, especially the more that AI comes into play, like the more it's just like quick results, and that's not always aligned with the divine, okay? And that's the energy of, you know, he may not come when you want him. I honestly believe, I love gospel music, okay? And when I need to connect to my ancestors, baby, I go to the gospel. We go to gospel, and then we go to trap, and then we go to gospel, and then we go to trap. That's just how we work together when it comes to music. And when I need to be soft, that's when they bring the R&B into it, because they know I ain't on that shit right now, okay? But anywho, when it comes to who I am today, like, I don't believe God has a gender. And if I did, I'm not going to verbalize what I think it is. That's more like a personal conversation, because I just don't have time for y'all's judgment. I really don't give a fuck. I just don't want to entertain it. But what I will say is there's unison. It's a unisex type of energy. I'll say that. But I do believe God is a woman as well, primarily, because women birth, you know. But as I'm saying this, your philosophy, you know, you govern philosophy, you govern sapiosexualism and shit like that. So that's definitely a theme. You have the Nine of Cups. All right, let's see. Let me stop talking and pull some cards. Gemini, what's Gemini's energy throughout June? Spirit, what are they working with as they maneuver throughout the world, day by day? What the fuck is this? You need a hug, you know? This energy is what the fuck. But if I were to just not look at it, not look just at the surface level, you need some love. You need a hug, okay? You need physical touch. And it's one thing, you know, it's easy in this day and time to get physical touch, but it's a difference. Like, you need to be felt. You're not felt how you need to be felt right now, and you know exactly what I mean when I say that. But let me see what's happening behind the scenes before you read this. What's happening behind Spirit? What you cooking up for Gemini behind the scenes? Can I get some clarity on the fog, some clarity on the haze, please? Shit is big. Oh God, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Maybe the AC went off when that happened. Half of these are flipped over, half of them are not. So I'm gonna put them all back. There's one that's separated though. Hold on. Jeez, Gemini. I just keep hearing the song, he may not come when you want him, but it'll be there right on time. I tell you, he's an on-time God, okay? Okay, we'll take this one. Jeez Louise. You know, there was a reading I did for you like a year and some change ago. It was about your ancestor team being heavy, okay? Everybody's eating, okay? Shit, you could be starving, but everybody's eating. Let me just start with like Temperance, your opposite in reverse. So this is definitely all about you. And then underneath you have Virgo energy with the Hermit. So yeah, Mercury, it feels like Mercury is on your ass. Some of you may be the type, and I always say this, when you disrespect the planets will disrespect you. When you disrespect the earth will disrespect you. It's an energy exchange. So when it comes to like Mercury retrograde, I never play with the name. Like, you know, people refer to it as an energy drink. You know, people love to play with it. But it's like, you know, do you like when people play with your name? Do you like when people play with your energy? Do you like when people try to make a joke out of you? And usually when I see that, people get offended, and it's heavy energy on a hit dog hollers. It's respect in all forms, seen and unseen. Whether you feel like it's minuscule or not, it's not. And so for some of you, it feels like, you know, it's like, yes, you know, yes, you are a God. Yes, you are a goddess. Yes, you are whatever you perceive yourself to be, okay? In spiritual form, okay? You are that. However, you are not bigger than source, and you are not bigger than energies outside of you that you have no control of. And it's just like, you know, the energy of Pluto, even though, you know, and I've said this before, but to my understanding, they no longer consider Pluto as part of the solar system. It's just an asteroid. However, it's a very powerful planet. It's small as fuck, but it's like David and Goliath energy. Pluto rules a whole generation of people. It may seem small, but it carries a heavy impact, you know? So I do just behind the scenes energetically, it feels like there's, if you don't have, they're referring to it as spiritual respect. I hear, and even the what you see as mundane, there's spiritual respect that is forming. but I'm getting more so by force. It feels like tornado, hurricane energy. Like you may feel it coming, but you definitely don't know when that motherfucker's gonna touch down, you know? Okay, so behind the scenes, whew, that was interesting. 2026. You have the Ace of Wands. So everything that is happening, everything that you are experiencing is really to thrust you into a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, with it representing the wands, okay? It feels very lively. It feels very exciting. It feels like, you know, you're being felt, okay? Some of y'all, you just, ain't nobody turned you on in a while, okay? I don't know. It feels like you get, it's not funny. It's not funny, but it feels like you may have a deficit in a multitude of areas. A deficit, what the fuck? I don't know what was about to come out of my mouth, but a deficit, and yeah, a lot of reminiscing on what you used to have and what you versus what you don't have right now. Okay, you're not counting your blessings, but it's like a deficit in deep intellectual conversation, a deficit in fucking physical touch, a deficit in enlightening conversation, like a deficit in happiness. Okay, I don't know, but you know, as you see with this Ace of Wands, yes, it represents a brand new cycle, but some of the leaves are falling off of the branch. So it's like it doesn't mean that the endings, I don't even want to say it that way, even though it's still a fact, but the shedding that's happening, because we're in a snake year, the shedding that's happening really is to birth. It's like so you can shine bright like a diamond, like Rihanna said, okay? But it feels like some of y'all are definitely on a blood diamond journey. But whatever it is, that refinement that's happening, it's like you're just like, no, I want to keep these leaves. No, I want to keep this part of the tree. And it's like, but that part of the tree is rotten, Gemini. And it's like the more that you hold on to it, the more that it's hurting you, destroying you from the inside out. It's causing you to wither, you know? And for some of you, I don't know, this is deep, it's kind of dark, but it's like your soul is rotting. So everything that you want to hold on to that you know is unhealthy for you, you know it triggers you, you know it pisses you off. And for a lot of you, you really need to just start being honest with people. I hear go along to get along, okay? But that doesn't, it feels like fed up energy. But again, Ace of Wands is what's happening behind the scenes. And it feels like the Ace of Wands energy more so represents summer. Now, yeah, as far as your energy, what you're projecting out into the world, beloved, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. That more so, it feels like a standstill. Like they're showing me a horse that's trying to run backwards. That's not what the horse is meant to do. The horse is meant to move forward. So I don't know. Nine of Cups is in reverse as well. And then you have the Six of Wands in reverse. It's like this is definitely hesitation on decision making. You're, again, fear. You're scared. Like you're very, I want to see what's the fear that's, it feels like it's taunting you. What is it? You can feel stuck in an environment. I don't know, stuck in a cycle. Or it's like whatever this is that we're discussing, like every time you try to break free, you just find yourself trapped again. I don't know. It's like you keep, it definitely feels like, you know, what is it? 1 step forward, 10 steps backwards. But it also kind of feels like you keep trying to do the same thing to get a different result as well. And with this, I feel like you may have had a victory in the past, because Six of Wands represents a victory. You have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups, which represents wish fulfillment, victory, and forward movement swiftly. But it's all in reverse. So this is like it feels like something that was once on the up and up, currently is not, somehow, some way. And you're trying to revive that, like Lazarus energy. But it's not meant to be revived. Even if it's like this is like a passion of yours or something that you have created. With the Ace of Wands being here, it does represent, your creativity. Yeah, what you feel called to do in this world, your soul's purpose, especially, yeah, splitting to the Temperance being upright. It could feel like it's a part of your North Node, and it could be, but the way that you achieved it before, and I've said this a lot recently, is not how you do it now. But it's like you being Gemini, there's something, I feel like I hear, to make it how you want to make it. The way to go about it is doing something that's extremely uncomfortable. I don't know. It feels like you are perceiving something as being a lack of victory, a lack of fulfillment, a lack of forward movement. Like, it's like even the spirit is trying to send you confirmation, like, no, Ace of Wands, it's a new beginning. It's like you are just like, fuck no. I don't know what what is this. The Six of Pentacles flew out. So this is definitely in regards to another energy. It could be anybody. But with it representing Pentacles, it could involve Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But the Six of Pentacles does represent June. So you could have a decision to make in June and you just feel stuck. What is this for Gemini? Queen of Wands upright. The Ace of Pentacles upright, okay. King of Pentacles upright. So this is roots, legacy. The Queen of Wands feels, we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Pentacles, so it definitely feels like matriarch, patriarch type of energy. You really have more control in the situation. Like, I feel like the hand at the top of this pentacle, and you represent the sixth energy, is yours. Like, the pendulum can swing how you want it to swing. Especially if it's in a, if you are desiring the pendulum to swing in a way that brings you Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands energy. Like, this is like not living in regret, actually taking that leap of faith, saying yes. But it's like, as easy as you can say yes is as easy as you can say no. And I feel like you're very concerned on how this, I do feel like this decision, it feels heavy, like it's life-changing. It's like, if you don't do it, you'll never know. But with the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands being here in reverse, this is, whatever this situation is, it hasn't been victorious for you. You haven't been fulfilled. I don't know. It feels very like, it feels like a seesaw. But you really do have a lot of power. And again, as I mentioned before, the pendulum can swing how you want it to swing. But there's a need to look at your intention as well. Like, the pendulum, the way the pendulum swings in your favor depends on the roots, Ace of Pentacles, of your intention. What is the ultimate result of what you want from this? Temperance came, as I stated, what is the ultimate result that you want from this? Empress in reverse. Two of Wands, Temperance. There's a theme of freedom being here. But the Empress being in reverse, and in this deck, she's pregnant with the world, so that gives me unlimited possibilities. It feels like you're very tethered to something. This could be a way of thinking. This could be a way of vibrating. This could be a way of handling people. This could be, when I say handling people, like how you trust people, how you open up to people. Like, it's very deep. But you're intending to heal and break free. The theme is freedom. Freedom with success, as well as happiness. And of course, stability, like that's a given. And your intention is to be more powerful where you feel powerless. Like, yeah. But it's also, I've never seen this before, but if you look at this card closely, these leaves that are coming from this branch are like upside down hearts. Do you see them? You see the upside down hearts? What else with this? I'm ready to move on. You have the Wheel of... It's interesting because on this you had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I saw it, but it didn't come out, so I left it alone. But you have the Wheel of Fortune upright, in addition to the Knight of Wands, Sag energy. A lot of Knights, a lot of majors. You have three majors with the Empress, Wheel of Fortune, and Temperance. So it's giving the power of 3. But it's also, we have duality with feminine and masculine energy here. We have your opposite here, Temperance, Sag, twice. So and I feel like that's tied into the 2s. So I know most people don't remember what happened when they were 2. But you should go back to when you were 2. 22. That 20-year cycle between 2 and 22. This is connected to this Wheel of Fortune. There's a cycle there. Yeah. And that could explain why this Empress 3 is in reverse. We have to go back to the 2, the High Priestess. So yeah, the ages 2 through 22. 10 is here. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is connected to the family. And with the Empress represents the mother too. Y'all remember on Medea? I don't know what she said. What I feel like a motherless child a long way from home. That song is coming out. But the Emperor is here too. For a lot of you, it's like if you are waiting on like divine partnership, and this could be, you know, with a lover, this could be with a friend, this could be with who sits at your table, but somehow this is connected to that. I feel like these are separate people, but heavy like this, you are in charge of a massive domino effect. And whether you allow this domino effect to take place depends on the decision that you make. However, I think you are, as I mentioned earlier, heavily fearful of that decision. But instead of telling you what to do, the advice that I'm being guided to give to you is, why do you think that this was even presented to you in the first place? Why do you even think this is coming about in the first place? Like, do you see just how much Spirit's hand is in this? In the light and in the darkness? And then make your decision off of that. Okay, let's move on. Can y'all even hear the music over outside? Because outside is... I think those are the frogs. I don't know. What you mean? Hold on. Does what apply to digital photos or videos? Oh, as far as the box and removing the stuff? Hell yeah. Clean the phones. Clean the cameras. I feel like the hardest things to go through is the iCloud. Okay, because the iCloud be backing shit up. Anywho, but yeah. I think that's what you were asking in relation to. Let's move on. No, let's go here first. Gemini. I want to give you a hug. I feel like you need a hug. Yeah. Split the deck to strength. All of this weight that you're carrying on this little body. This I look like me. I barely weigh 100 pounds, y'all. I've been this way all my life, okay? Just don't. But yeah. All of this. The power of 3. All of this and strength is still here. But no, whatever you're carrying, no matter what the body size is, you know, the body is not made to maintain stress, okay? It's not. And we live in a world where it's like, how the fuck can you avoid it? Which is why people that are like, live off grid, I fucking love them. I think they're awesome. I really thought about that. You know, living off grid, but in all honesty, I am an Aquarius North Node. Living off the grid, it's not in my destiny. However, when I want a vacation, I can go off the grid, but I can't 365 days. It's a fuck no, unless it's a blackout. Okay, but anywho, Gemini. Spirit, Gemini, June. Thank you. Oh, see the 2s. You need to go 2 to 22. I don't know why I said it like that, but you have Gentle Gardener. So there is no rush. You know, with you being in control of how the pendulum swings. I don't know. I feel like that's going to be your title. Yeah, compass in reverse. You may feel, so yes, there is pressure. You know, there's a deadline to make a decision. But it's like you're stressing like it needed to be made yesterday. And you at least have it like another 7 days, you know? I don't know. There's this, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Or even, you know, the negative outcome thinking, that's putting too much pressure on yourself, you know? We got to do something about that, okay? Also, you know, Gentle Gardener is here. You know, it's like they're out in the field, you know, kumbayaing and shit and connecting. And you see the spirit that's in the corner, okay, the grandmother's spirit. But, you know, I don't think y'all have real friends. I don't. I feel like yeah, people that are around you are beneficiaries. Wow, that's an interesting choice of word. They're very greedy, but if they're around you, you need to look in the mirror. Hold on, let me find that Trey song that I was thinking about at the beginning. All right, we're good on time. Oh, the middle of your left. In the middle. This is on the I Gotta Make It album. Okay, Just Gotta Make It. Yes. Came out in 2005. The 7, the crown chakra. Okay, hold on. What's the lyrics? Because I forgot. Ooh, ooh. Just Gotta Make It. Hold on. What is this? Oh no, this is rated R. I mean, this is rated X. So I'm going to just put it on the community tab. But I don't feel like you have the representation of this in a long time. And if you are dealing with, I don't know. If y'all, we'll deal with that later. Moving on, you have Gentle Gardener, upright, compass in reverse. So I feel like you're nurturing. This is not funny. I'm sorry. I really do laugh at the most fucked up times, but it's like you're watering everyone else's garden but yours. Okay, I gotta put this on a charger. But yeah. You've been watering gardens that are not yours. I feel like there's this, I hear vacation time. You need to plan it. Wide open in reverse. There's this need to protect yourself as well. Don't allow other people to influence your decision making at this time. Yeah, details. I don't like this. With the Gentle Gardener being upright, and this is the only card with other people, and you have compass in reverse and wide open. I don't know if a lot of y'all like to leave doors open to the past. I don't know what this is. I don't know if y'all got like, you know, a sneaky link that y'all just, it's like your own fucking Tyrone, okay? Or you, I don't know. I don't know what y'all men call it. I really don't. So I don't know. But if somebody got somebody, I don't know what this is. Because this feels like fake friends, fake love. It's not even fake love. It's just feels very secretive. With wide open being in reverse, people are not being honest. And with compass being in reverse, these people need not to move forward with you. There's something, I don't know what happened in May, who you saw in May, but there's something connected to May and past energies. I know we're still in May right now. We got like what, 3 more days, 4 more days, 3 more days. What else? And okay, so we have details, and balancing act, which is basically pay attention because judgment is coming, karma is coming, to simplify it. And with magic prayer, like, I don't know, there is something, a prayer is not going to save you from something. Like, I feel like you're being given foresight when it comes to whoever these fucking people are, okay? And this is it 3? Hold on. It's 2 people and a damn snail, okay? And this, is this a snail or a cat? It's a snail. But it feels like 3. So I'm going to stick to that. But yeah, I don't know. Judgment Day is coming. And I hear ludicrous. Move, bitch. Get out the way. But not to say that's how your spirit team is talking to you. It's just the energy of the song is you need to get out of the way. You may not realize how accurate your foresight is as well. But you need to trust your instincts. Yes, spirit of place. Definitely trust your instincts when it comes to someone. But even in this magnifying glass, it says clarity. So I kind of, and to change it up a little bit, you know, you could be asking for a fucking sign. Okay, you could be asking for all of the confirmation in the world. And I feel like with all of the confirmation that you're seeking, it's not a direct yes and it's not a direct no, because this is also a lesson in trusting your own decision making. It's like, do you know how to read context clues, Gemini? You do. Education. But are you paying attention to the context clues? But if you're not paying attention, you're not reading the context clues. You know, it's all connected. You need to do some air candling. Yes. What else with this? My nose is itching. Aw, encouragement. Pay attention to May 4th. Rock bottom. Some of you are going through a transformation. Like, it's like you've been through some shit before, but not quite like this. And maybe not quite like this in this life, but definitely quite like this in a past life, for sure. You have a lot of ones here. You technically have 1111 here. And it's interesting. You could be seeing certain synchronicities that represent new beginnings, but it's like what you're experiencing is the opposite. It feels like you're more so moving energetically backwards versus forward. Now, for some, that's a fact, but for others of you, I don't think that's a fact. I feel like there's this, you don't trust in your own power. Like you really, it's like you may, yes, you know you're living a human experience, but you're operating as a human, you're thinking as a human. You're not thinking as a divine celestial being. You're not thinking and acting and moving as if you're not of this world. You're just in it, you know? You also have, hold on. So you have 6, 7, no 8, 9, 10, 11. So the power to change this cycle is in your hands, but you're not changing it. And it's like you're doing all of this research, you're looking up all of these fucking symbols, you're seeing what everything means, but you're still confused. And I don't, that's not an insult, like that's a fact. Yeah, you're doing all of this, but education is in reverse. You're still confused. And then you have protecting treasure. You have the answer. It's like you don't want to accept the answer. Yeah. And the longer that you refuse to accept the answer, rock bottom, the more that you're going to be, it feels like rock bottom is in limbo. But heavy with protecting treasure, the greater the risk, the greater reward. Like, it's like I'm giving you encouragement and the answer in so many ways, but indirectly, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And we're back to Gentle Gardener with Peaks of Joy and Protecting Treasure and Spark with Balancing Act peeking out. So whatever this is, this could have to do with karmic justice. And it feels like you may be in control of it for someone or something. This could be with anything. Someone, for some of you, could be an alcoholic because we have 211 here. I think that's a beer. I don't drink beer, but I think that's a beer. But no, 211. What is that? February 11th? Is that still Aquarius? Is that, who is that? What is January? January is Capricorn, Aquarius. So February is Aquarius, Pisces. So that would be Aquarius. So yeah, there's a need. And with Gentle Gardener and Balancing Act, that's rebellion energy, but in a way that frees you. Again, how does the pendulum swing? We keep going back to that. Let's move on. It also feels like I don't know. It just feels like you're scared, Gemini. Whether man or woman. And I feel like, you know, I'm not calling you weak at all. And I feel like you're the emotional and mental response that you're having, because it's making me want to cry. Like it's not insulting in any way, but it's like your response to it is it's extremely uncomfortable. You have the alchemy, choices, decisions, beloved, decisions. Gemini. You have legacy in reverse. So this could have to do with the family for some. Or speaking your truth. I don't know. I hear Freedom by Beyonce. We have restoration in reverse. And you have Spirit Act in reverse. Why do you... This is feeling blocked. Unable to manifest. You just feel stuck. You are very... This is all about decision making though. What else for Gemini? Yeah, truth, aura in reverse. Peace. So a lot of you, some of you carry on the tradition of... Can I share this? The Hierophant. Okay. So with this energy, so I mean something that happened the other day, which I'm about to share with y'all. But this is like, you know, people like dealing with energies that love to act like shit didn't happen. You know, it's like life has moved on, so it must be forgotten about. Okay. So for me, I have there's a family reunion coming up. Okay. Now, I've been back and forth with the decision. Am I going to go? Am I not going to go? Like where I am today, like even though it's a family reunion, they don't know me. Okay. They do not know who I am today. And I was talking to my grandmother the other day and I was expressing my truth to her. I'm like, you know, this trip is going to determine if I ever go again. And me saying that to her, like I kind of tell it like disrupted her spirit. But it is very important for me to speak my truth, okay? Because I was taught not to do that. So she asked why. Now, when she asked why, I low-key got offended. And I'm like, you know, where the family reunion is, that is a very traumatic, like, experience for me. Like, you know, I don't deal with those people. And so her response was just like, you fucking forgot? Like, you forgot about that shit, honey? Because I know they didn't. And I know I didn't. And I know when I pull up, all of that shit is about to come up, okay? No matter how many fucking years. At this point, it's been almost 20 years, if not that. So it's like, it's some shit. Like, I'm already defensive, okay? I'm already defensive and I'm making this move by myself, okay? I am putting myself in a situation where, honey, it's truly me and the fucking ancestors, okay? And I don't know. But at the same time, baby, we got to do what we got to do. And it's like at the same time, I could avoid all of that shit, okay? I could avoid all of it. You know, I'm peeping the clues. I'm just peeping the fuck shit head on. Like, okay, we about to be in Delulu land. I'm not operating in Delulu land. Like, I'm not about to be hugging and I know how to be respectful, but I'm not about to act like, you know, it's all peaches and cream. This is not that, okay? Rachel is not on that type of time. No. But this feels connected to that, you know. It may not be, you know, my situation verbatim, but it's like, you know, it feels like that in a sense. But as far as like how my grandmother responded, like that why. And you know, after I said that shit is traumatic for me, honey, she got off the phone in a quick hurry, okay? She didn't want to go there. And I had to transmute that energy. So whatever this is for you, and with Conjuring Legacy being here, Restoration, Spirit Act, this could be with anything. But it feels like you're very distrusting as well. But there's also a cycle here. There's definitely a cycle that's one to repeat when it comes to something, you know, jobs, friends, family. Legacy represents like 10 of Pentacles, long lasting. Something it's not long lasting. And the reason why it's not long lasting is because the root of whatever this is dishonesty. And with Spirit Acts being in reverse, something cannot move forward until the truth, you see how it's coming out of her mouth, but it's in reverse, is expressed. Yeah, enjoying life. This represents the inner child. So I don't know. And then we have tolerance in reverse. So definitely a low tolerance, but this is all connected to your stability. And like I said, you have control of how the pendulum swings. But there's in the avoidance is not going to get you far. Okay? Avoidance, not dealing, it's really not going to get you far. And you know what's interesting? Never mind. Never mind. Because y'all not ready for that, okay? No, I'm going to go there. You know, let me talk my shit. So a lot of people are in therapy, right? Not to say that therapy is a bad thing. Although I did see the social... Never mind, because that's going to discourage some of y'all, okay? Now, therapy is used as I'm noticing in this day and time, it's starting to be used as a codependent mechanism, right? When at this age in my life, I feel like the best therapy is honesty. You know, the energy of the truth shall set you free. And it's like we would rather talk to everyone else that's not giving us the problem versus the energy that is the root of the problem. Whether they are on this earth or in another realm, okay? You can communicate if you want to communicate, okay, Gemini. And with truth being in reverse, representing your aura, it's like you are unable to feel. It feels like a very deep energetic tether, okay? And I'm seeing that what is that, tug of war energy, when two sets of people are pulling both ends of the rope, which is kind of a representation of the pendulum swinging as well. But it's like, I don't know, that push and that pull is like everyone wants to, how do I say it? It's like when the opportunity presents itself, no one ever wants to speak up. It feels like that. And I feel like this is in multiple situations, like even at work, like if you work, for someone outside of yourself and you're dealing with the outside world, and you know how like when people disrespect you, people just take it. Just like when it comes to my name, I used to just let people just not call me the right name and just take it. But now, no, that's not my name. It's 2 syllables, okay? My first name is 2 syllables. And when people want to call me everything but Rachel, okay? Rachel, Rochelle, that's not my name. That's not my name. And if you expect me to answer to that, I'm not. And if I do, I'm going to correct you. It's 2 syllables, okay? Ray of sunshine, Shell the gas station, or a seashell, however you want to put it. It's 2 syllables, but people, it's very hard for them to articulate, and a lot when I correct them, and I can be rude, okay? I know my tone can be very, what the fuck? But it is what it is, okay? It really is what it is. But put some respect on my shit. Because, again, just like I spoke of the planets, the name, it all works both ways. But when it comes to you, Gemini, you be letting a lot of shit slide. I was about to combine those words. And you're being asked to not do that because the part of the legacy that you're continuing to carry, this is not healing. Your restoration is in reverse. It's more so, it's a blockage to your aura. It's a blockage to your truth. So pay attention to the mirrors that are being reflected to you, and whatever is being reflected to you, because this card represents peace. So anything that's being reflected that does not represent peace and stability, Spirit is really asking you to go within. What part of it is it echoing within you that needs restoration and healing and love, okay? A lot of y'all, you like to use stability as a way of healing, okay? And when I say stability, money, anything that involves, accumulating more in the physical realm, that's not healing, okay? Like, use what God gave you, throat chakra, okay? Okay. I'm about to get into these minutes real quick. Anything else for Gemini? Aww. Well, I guess after speaking that truth, or once you speak your truth, you have serendipity and poised upright. Confidence is restored. Okay, freedom. That's that walking on sunshine energy. So 18 is serendipity. You have to bring the secrets to the light in order to be freed from them. And this is, it may sound harsh to others, but it's from your heart. And you have 1848. That's 40 in between. This is divinely guided, okay? I hear Did It On Him by Nikki. Feels very, yes, surprise energy, regeneration, and then message in a bottle travels. So, and then soulmates is on the bottom. Again, this leads to something else. Like, I don't know. And not to say that there's regeneration with whatever we were speaking on, but it's definitely, it feels like the last test type shit. I don't know. But Yang is on the bottom and exchanging gifts. I don't know. But I also, on another note, to stop talking about the same thing, I do feel like the communication that's coming in to you, there's communication coming to you from afar. You may not know these people, like, personally, but it does definitely feel like someone wants to get to know you personally, Gemini. And even though this is regeneration, I don't feel like this is someone from the past. Like, it feels like someone wants... Not literally, it could be literally, but someone wants to plant a seed within you and, see how those roots grow. For sure. I don't know. Your confidence could definitely turn someone on. I'm noticing how we keep getting a little explicit throughout this from time to time. So you have all that glitters, flexible and rounds into the sea. I do feel like there's, yeah, so hold on. You have not for you, to the sea, round and round in reverse, flexible and all that glitters. There's definitely some unexpected changes happening, more so towards the end of June, beginning of July. Definitely be, Spirit is asking you to be flexible with these changes. With, if I don't know if you have like a trip planned or something. It's giving someone's making something sound real good. And you could literally be bending, I don't know, with whatever this energy is, you may bend over backwards for them. I don't know. But with not for you into the sea, what is that? Deep knowing. It feels like it's associated with travel though. It really does. But flexible is literally bending over backwards for something that it's like it's, I hear the word indebted, but the energy is unmatched. Like you may always bend over backwards for someone, but they don't do it for you. And even if they do it for you, the root of it is so that they don't lose you. It's like a give and take. Oh, that's a string attached. Interesting. But someone doesn't want you to see through this mask, but you're starting to. Yeah, yang in reverse. And someone feels like once you say, yeah, but yang being in reverse, like you're very, whether you're masculine or feminine, you're very nurturing to this. This is something that you energetically invest in. You may enjoy doing it. You know, it may be something that's natural to you, but with it being indebted, you may feel a responsibility to do so. But yeah, and yang represents responsibility as well. But orphaned, yeah, it's not an energy exchange. And higher power with, to be fair, you don't say no and you keep saying yes, and the same shit keeps happening. But I do feel like someone's about to come in your life and help you see that as well. If it's not this reading, it's someone else physically. I don't know, but you'll see. All right, we've been here for a while. Let's bring this to a close. But first, hold on. Should we do that separately? All right, we'll do it now. Sag full moon for Gemini. What's the theme? What does that say? Oh. Cancer new moon for Gemini. The Sag full moon is June 11th. The Cancer new moon is June 25th. Clarify the Cancer new moon for Gemini, please. Ha! Very, very interesting. Okay, hold your vision is on the bottom. Work through your fears is in reverse. Again, fear is an underlying theme here, but the answers you need are coming. So, clarifying the Sagittarius full moon in Gemini, you have the energy is gaining momentum in reverse. You and your loved ones are safe. And we mentioned that I feel like this is connected to that protection energy that we talked about at the beginning. With the energy is gaining momentum. That's interesting. Sorry. But with the energy is gaining momentum, being in reverse, it feels like, again, the rest of spring, it's like you're at a crossroad. I'm getting crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony, but it definitely feels like energetically you're at a crossroad. And with Hold Your Vision, it's giving like looking at the glass half empty versus the glass half full. Your perspective is definitely being highlighted. And again, I do feel like as the rest of spring persists, those fears that you're not dealing with are persisting as well. And so again, with the energy is gaining momentum, momentum is building. The opposite of building would be stagnation or going backwards, it falling. But to clarify that, you have you and your loved ones are safe. So it's more so like nothing is falling. Things are at a standstill. Again, hold your vision, but it's at a standstill until you clarify your decision and not fold on that after you clarify your decision. It's heavily connected, okay? Because it is a Gemini. I'm sorry, it's a Sag full moon. And Sag is your opposite, so what's lingering in the shadows. With the Cancer new moon, this could be connected to the Gemini new moon we just had. When the fuck was that? When was the new moon? Wow, it was the 26th. Anywho, with the Cancer new moon, I keep looking at my notes, but you have prosperity lies ahead in reverse. And reading that card, you're probably like, what the fuck is funny? It's funny because clarifying it is step out of your comfort zone. And that's funny because, again, you have the power of how the pendulum swings. If you want the prosperity, baby, if you want the legacy, if you want to conjure it if you want to speak it the way that you see it and manifest it that way in simple form, then you have to get radical. And getting out of your comfort zone is not operating like the human, operating like the celestial being that you are, okay? That's getting uncomfortable. Wherever your north node is, tap in, like tap all the way in. Don't put one foot in and then just take it out like, nah, I'm good. Like either go in or just leave it out. But with Hold Your Vision, it's saying go in. Like you keep playing teeter-totter, half moon. But it does collectively to bring the energy together for the Sag full moon and the Cancer new moon. Because Sag is mutable energy, but Cancer is cardinal. It starts a new season. So mutable would be like their transmutation, okay? Navigating through the darkness to initiate that new beginning. And we started with the theme behind the scenes is the Ace of Wands for you. The Ace of Wands is stepping outside of your comfort zone. And whatever hearts are in reverse, like the card showed, you make them upright. And heavy energy on for you, it's like your family is not the one that you're born into. It's the one that you create. Yeah, don't let pride get in your way in reverse. Anything else? South node, don't let your past hold you back. We're going to close with the tea leaf, and then I'm going to get your advice, and then I'm going to do one more sign, and then I'm going to bed. You have younger men, dealings or relationships with a younger man, plenty of material things. What else? So March is Pisces, Aries. Clarify younger man. Is this younger in age or younger in maturity? Because with younger men being here with next to plenty of material things, it's giving like someone may think that they can purchase your love, purchase your happiness, trick you out, trick somebody out, somebody tricking on somebody. I don't know. Ooh, pleasure with a close friend. Okay, lovers and friends. Usher, Lil Jon. Okay, Gemini, I see you. You know, I did that before. Did that before when I was like 18. Maybe I had sex with a friend. Won't ever do it again. Won't ever do it again, okay? Yeah, you should accept valid criticism. Anywho, you have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So heavy Aries energy. It could represent immaturity. Somebody's baby could be having a baby too. I don't know. Or because younger man, like what is young in age? Because I don't think I'm old. I think I'm young as fuck, okay? But certain people, depending on the age group that you're speaking to, would consider me, I'm not even gonna say it because that's not me, but they would consider me to be the opposite of what I think of myself. I'll say it that way. Um, there's an energy around, okay, whether it's a literal man or not, it's someone that is definitely active in their masculine energy. When it comes to spending, there's reckless spending here, there's careless spending. Someone, yes, it's getting warmer outside and someone wants to be outside, but someone's not learning a lesson here. Some of y'all got y'all sons sell drugs. Do you know that? Especially if they're a teenager. I don't know. They're on the not so righteous side of things. Yeah, take care, enemies are working against you. There's I don't like this. There's also setup energy. So I don't know who the fuck is having a come up. Somebody is having a come up, but someone likes to show and tell. And someone should not show and tell. Wealthy people don't move in exposure. I'll say it that way. And someone that is not wealthy, that truly, it's like whether they had it or not, wealth is an energy. It's not just about a number, it's an energy. It's a representation of how you carry yourself, millionaire versus billionaire type shit, okay? But there's a lot of pocket watching going on at this time. But there's a masculine energy. I don't know. It feels like they're around you, like in your neighborhood. I don't know. But when someone sees you, if I don't like it, it feels, what's that word? It's not hunting. It's not hunting. It's not watching. I can't think of the fucking word. But it's something along those lines. Trust your gut. I don't like them. And it's interesting. They're showing, yeah, I don't know. Let's clean this up. What else for Gemini? Just don't show and tell. This is not the show and tell. And if you have a certain routine and how you move, change up that routine, okay? Okay, so you have marriage, time to act, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business, good fortune, and wealth. Very interesting. Wealth is in reverse, but then more so it's like reverse sideways, so it's incoming. So as I mentioned, summer solstice is very vibrant. The rest is spring, baby. I kind of feel like some of y'all are fighting for your sanity, okay? But summer, this is, I hear Cardi, I don't dance now, I make money moves, but it's like no longer having to, this is attracting and not chasing energy in all forms. And this could be connected to what we were speaking of earlier, as far as like you having control of the pendulum, and this, whatever decision that you make depends on how the domino effect goes. But lion represents Leo season, forward movement, okay? If you are committed, it could be going to the next level. If you're not committed, you need to make some room for your bed. It's giving silk meeting in my bedroom, okay? Whether you're there or not, it's levels to this shit. Good fortune. Money is growing in the summertime. But with wealth being here, it feels like lessons have been learned. And it also feels like a proud moment of yourself. Yeah, the fan is here, romance, celebration, party, and fan, it's hot as hell. So this summer, it's hot. You have wedge here. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. I feel like the wedge is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of the possibilities that could be good. It just feels like you're used to the negative. But what if spirit surprised you? You'll never know unless you allow yourself to be surprised. You have family sorrow, August. There could be a Virgo or a Leo that, I don't know if they're passing away or someone from the other side that is pushing you to do whatever the fuck we're guided to do with this decision. Take it how it resonates. Some of you could be moving, or you're wanting to move and you're in between homes. If you are trying to move, I really don't see that happening till the end of summer. You're definitely, and there's something in your life you're trying to rush. That came out, but I didn't pay attention to it, but it's very loud right now. There's whatever you're trying to rush, whether this is moving, relocate, I don't know, upgrading, something you're trying to rush, and you need to not do that. And the rush is pressure. But yeah, in June, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude, okay? June, Gemini. And then lastly, yeah, too much concern with sexual matters. Yeah, some of y'all are very fucking horny. Which again, the explicitness has been up and through here. If it's not, some of y'all are excessively masturbating too. Take it how the fuck it resonates, okay? You either fucking an enemy, or you're excessively masturbating, or it's like you're trying to use pleasure as a form of not dealing when that's you're not resolving anything. Okay, this is very interesting reading, Gemini, but I told you it was going to be that way. All right, what's Gemini's advice for June? And I'm out of here. It's 10:13. Change the cycle. You want the wheel of fortune? Change the cycle. End the cycle. Allow the shed to take place. And the shedding is your truth. Okay? Okay. Yes. Proceed. Be seen. Push through. Okay. No, hold on. Close this out for Gemini, please. I don't know who's next. We're not going in the order of the zodiac. So I don't know who's next. Thank you. I just want one. Make your decision in the sun. Outside in the sun. There's a need to keep your windows and doors open because since you rule the mental, the minds, you know, your Gemini air energy, your thoughts like to remain trapped. For some of you, the screen is not enough. And if you need the screen, you need to get creative. Okay. One card for Gemini. Close this out for June, please. What is the advice, Spirit? But the way the two cards have been coming out, I'm asking for one. They're not giving it to me. But it's going back to, again, the two. Make sure you're putting your hand, both hands on your crown, left brain, right brain. The two hands, the two arms, the two legs, the two lungs, the kidneys, the organs. Maybe I should do an organ detox, but yeah. All right. Okay, that was 4. Y'all do not have to get smart. Thank you. They gave me 2 again. I'm going to try one more time. And then I'm going to just be obedient. Can I just get one, please? Okay, thank you. So, baby, you have the sword of lights. Okay, thank you. The truth shall set you free. Anywho, the sword of light says divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. Yes, it could feel like a double-edged sword, but I hear make it light, like as it says, sword of light, but the light is the truth. You know, the sun shines light on all that is in the darkness. So whatever you keep trying to protect yourself by exposing it. It's giving the Leo reading. It's your, hold on, let me look it up. I'm gonna share it for you too. The dispel reading, which I think is already on the community tab for somebody from May, which I need to delete them, but hold on. Oh, it's two of them. It says, oh, yes, two Leo readings. Okay, so November 2023 was the resurrection and an exposed truth. And then April 2024 was an assignment to leak, expose something. Yeah. So, I love you, Gemini. Again, the sword of light, divine protection, cords cut. If you want to cut the cord and shift the generational legacy, honesty is your best asset. But it's heavy giving, what's that Greek god's name? Odin. Hold on, Odin, did Odin have the hammer? Who had the hammer? Hold on, and then we're gonna go. Wasn't Odin Wednesday? Hold on. Yes, he has the two ravens. Hold on. He is a powerful magician and skilled leader in battle. He's the god of war too, I think. Hold on. Is Odin who I'm thinking about? Oh, the hammer is Thor. Hold on. Okay, Odin is Wednesday. But no, Odin has, that's a sword. Hold on, what was Odin's weapon? Give me a, sorry, Gemini, hold on. I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. Gungnir? What? It's a magical metal and capable of always hitting its target. What the fuck does it look like? Oh, it looks like a sword. See? It looks like a spear. Like the sword of light. Okay, we made our point. Okay, but Odin. Get into Odin. All right. And I love you. God bless you. I'll see y'all soon. And for the next time, I don't know who's next, but I'll be back in a minute.